Welcome back to another episode of your favorite podcast, Crackhead with a Microphone, the only podcast in the world where you hand the crackhead a microphone and you listen to him talk until you wonder if you are the high one. My name is K-Rock Dizzle. Let's get into it. Okay, guys. I gotta ask this, and I know it's a big ask to all of my viewers listening. Well, actually, probably not to my viewers listening because I feel like y'all are a very smart group of individuals. But please share this because the word needs to be spread. The question needs to be spread. We need to do this as a humanity. I need for everybody to stop getting on the internet every 2 weeks and arguing about money. It's to the point like I just can't take it. I can't take it. I can't take when I log into Twitter after a long day and someone's just like, well, if this is a situation, then somebody should be paying for this and da 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 da. And I gotta sit here and be like, what is Shorty talking about? And the whole time it's a TikTok video trending of some dude saying that somebody else didn't want to pay for dinner because this was a scenario and he didn't have enough money and blah 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 blah. Every 2 weeks, I can't take it. I can't take it. Every one of you who feels the need, if you ever feel the need to post on TikTok about money and your friends, I want you to shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up. Don't record and look in the mirror and say, "Am I the problem here?" Because it's always the nigga that recorded the video that's the problem, bro. Every time someone records it, well, somebody should have paid for me and this and this and this, and then they want to get a bunch of niggas to hop on a bandwagon with them to make them look right, and then it sparks a fucking internet-wide debate because common sense just doesn't exist anywhere. So you got half the people saying that they agree with the dumb shit, and another half of people that just say, you know what, I'm gonna fight this. This is worth my time and energy today. Like, please shut the fuck up. I want you to accept one of three things. Your friends are broken, you can't do shit with them. 2, your friends are rich and you can't do shit with them. Or 3, y'all are just bad friends and y'all are entitled, or you have bad friends who are entitled. Because it doesn't make any sense. Bruh. The latest one was a while ago, and they was talking about who the fuck pays if it's a birthday dinner. Does the birthday person pay, or does everyone else pay? And I'm just like, what? And people are throwing up, well, if someone's hosting, then it should be this. But if we just going out for this, then it should be this. Or why should I pay if you want me to come to your birthday event? It should be free for me because you invited me. Like, shut the fuck up. Please. Please, please, please. So let me lay down a few golden rules. A few golden rules on how to manage your money well and keep your friendships. Rule number 1. If you can't afford it, don't go. Oh my god, mind blowing. Shocking revelation. Bro. I promise you, you don't have to take every invite that comes your way. You can politely decline and say, no, I can't afford that. You know why? Because then, even if someone is paying for you, boom, now you got extra money in your pocket. And if someone's not paying for you, you can afford to pay for yourself. Oh my god, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's who would have ever thought? Who would have ever thought that just being able to afford the things you go to will help you in the long run? Like, imagine if everyone who gets into these arguments actually just kept the bread on them to go places. And when they didn't have the money, they just said, you know what, I can't go. You know how much calmer the world will be? I feel like if people did that, if that was like one of those golden rules that just everyone followed, girls would not come back from Miami beefing with each other and not friends no more. Like the world, like you know how prosperous the world would be to the point where you could have a girl trip to Miami and everyone comes back friends because no one argued about money, because that's what the fuck everybody like. It's always, oh, you know, girls can't go, you can't go to Miami with your group of girlfriends because you're gonna come back beefing. And it's like, that can't be real. There's no way that's real. But seeing the price, having been to Miami and seeing the prices for myself, yeah, that shit's real. And hearing the stories, it always comes down to some version of somebody didn't want to pay for this, somebody didn't want to pay for that. It turned into beef, and now everybody's fighting. I'm not. Like if you go to Miami with everything you can afford, boom. And if you can't afford to do certain things, you just won't do certain things. And that's going to work at home too. You can't go somewhere, don't you can't afford to go somewhere, don't go. If you can, then go. Now, rule number 2. Once you get to the place, remember your budget. Don't pull up don't pull up to fucking Applebee's or Chili's with $30 in your pocket and try to order like 6 of the monthly drinks and the appetizer and the entree and the dessert and then want to look at everybody at the end and be like, "Oh, we splitting the bill, right?" My nigga, you done drove the price up. Your $30 don't even cover your portion of the bill no more. So I'm really confused on how you try and sit here with the, "Oh, we splitting the bill." No one's splitting shit with you. Pay for what. Once you get to where you're going, remember what you can afford and act accordingly, bro. You know how they say, act your age, act your wage, bro. Act like your pockets. Don't be trying to ball and your pockets can't afford it. You trying to ball like Steph Curry, meanwhile your pockets are Shaquille O'Neal. You're not making shit from the 3-point line. You better take your little layup. You know you only got $30 in your pocket. If you don't stick to that 3 for 10 with a little drink, maybe a cheap app. You're not getting no reckless meal. Cause that's another thing. It's always, "Oh well, why can't we split the?" That's another argument that just keeps circling around. I swear, like once every month and a half is. So do y'all split the bill when y'all go out? Why is it? I know I just said I don't want to be part of the problem, but I don't understand the concept of, like, I understand the concept of splitting a bill, but I don't understand why splitting a bill comes out as like a necessity. Like, here's the way I see it. Because if I follow my rules and everybody comes with what they can afford, and everybody orders what they can afford, then you're splitting the bill by nature because everyone's just gonna pay for what they pay for anyway. Like if everyone comes with $20, everyone orders something like $16 or $17. Everyone's gonna be able to just put up and be like, "Oh yeah, here." So even if you split it evenly, like no one's gonna care about that one, maybe $2 difference. If I got something at 18 and you got something at 16, and she got something at 17 and you got something that was 20 even, because everybody acted accordingly to their pockets. And I know meals are never this cheap. Y'all don't gotta get them. No, nothing's ever that cheap. Food be expensive. I'm just using small numbers so that way y'all can follow along. Cause I know when I start spitting out numbers at y'all want to act like y'all fucking stupid. Y'all want to act dumb. Y'all want to act be like, "Oh, numbers scare me." Shut up. You can count your money. You can follow along with increments of 20. I promise you, it's not hard. So if everyone brings the money they know they can afford, and then proceeds to buy stuff that they know they can afford, then when someone says, "Oh, let's split the bill," no one's really gonna care, but also no one's really gonna have the desire to split the bill. You see what I'm saying? Everyone's just gonna be like, "Oh, I'll pay for what I got." Bada bing, bada boom. The problem with splitting the bill is always the one nigga that can't follow the rules. It's always one nigga that can't follow the rules that want to then try to backtrack with, "Oh, we splitting the bill, right? We splitting the bill, right?" Because they know that their pockets is in trouble and they want some compensation. Because that's all it is. If you can't afford what you got and I can afford what I got, then splitting the bill just means that I gotta pay for my shit and then throw some money at your shit. Because if my shit $20, but splitting the bill means my bill comes up to $30 because you ordered $50 worth of shit and can't afford it because you only brought 20. Guess what? Now I gotta throw an extra $10 towards you on top of paying for my stuff. See, I feel like people gonna hear me say that and be like, "No, that's not how that works. That's not how that works." But in my mind, that's how it works. Like I paid $20 for my food, and then I lost an extra $10 because you were dumb. That's genuinely how it feels like it always goes when I see these scenarios. It's always, "Oh, she ordered 5 mimosas, 17 appetizers, wasn't even trying to share, and all I got was a salad and a soup, and now I gotta pay for her shit because she trying to call this splitting." No, no, don't offer the split shit. Don't like. If you could afford what you got, you wouldn't be offering to split the bill. That's just that's just how that shit breaks down in my mind. Once someone offers to split the bill, that means like you fucked up somewhere, and now you want somebody to cover that for you. And it's like I don't care because if we friends and we good, then it's like whatever, I got you. But don't try to mask it as, oh well, friends should be splitting the bill anyway. Y'all broke. How are we broke for knowing what we can afford? You're the one that can't afford anything. See, let me stop. So rule number one: know what you can afford. Rule number two: once you know what you can afford and you arrive to a place, act accordingly. Rule number three: don't not act accordingly and try to cover your fuck up as splitting the bill because your fuck up is just your fuck up. Don't make that shit everyone else's problem. Rule number four, and this is for more so the people that like end up getting caught up in the on my side of the agreements. I mean, on my side of the arguments. I promise you, it's not gonna hurt you. But y'all gotta be cool with just doing shit alone, yo. Like, yeah, like I get it. You might want to ball out for your birthday. It might be the weekend. You might want to see your friends. It might be whatever the case is, but you don't gotta see them all the time. And if you got a certain friend that's always doing some nut shit, or like a group of friends always end up in a situation like this, because it always be the same people arguing about this stuff on the internet. Bro, do something alone. If you really want to have a birthday dinner, just go out to dinner on your own. In fact, it only gotta be for your birthday, but just go out to dinner on your own one time. See how that feel. Go to the movies by yourself one time. See how that feel. Go do some stuff by yourself, because I promise you, the amount of peace you get from doing shit alone and not having to worry about people, immaculate, bro. Now, granted, you can't do it all the time. You gotta see your friends. You gotta be social. Like, we as people need that. But I cannot tell you how peaceful it was going to movies by myself when I did it. I've been to movies by myself 3 times. And every time I just went in, I enjoyed the movie. I pulled up when I wanted to pull up. I got to stay for any after credit scenes I wanted to see. Like, it's so chilling. Go to dinner by yourself. Hell, you could lie, go to dinner, say you got a table for two. They act like somebody stiffed you up, and they might give you some free chips. I'm not gonna lie, I was waiting for someone at Chili's and they gave me free chips because they were taking a long time. But just be okay with doing some stuff alone, especially if you know that your friend's liable to get you caught up in some nut ass argument or something about money. Because it's like, I just it just that shit will stress me out personally. Like, after like the second time of that shit, I'm like, listen, bro, we can chill at your house because it's clear that you can't afford to leave your house. But I'm not taking you nowhere. Like, this shit is drawn. And those are my main four rules. But it's just, I really want y'all and I want y'all to realize that some of your friends just bad friends. Cause some of the shit I was hearing in this birthday argument was crazy. Like to sit there and be like, oh, it's your birthday and you want people to show up, so why should I pay? I don't know about y'all, but like, when it comes to my friends' birthdays, I try to do what I can for them. I'm not gonna sit there and be like, oh, you wanted me to come with you, so why aren't you like, no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. That's grimy to the fullest degree. I don't like that personally. Like, oh, I don't know. Maybe I'm just a nicer person. Maybe I just try to be like, I just want to show my friends that I care for them. But I'm not going to do you grimy like that. I'm not going to sit there and try to guilt you for wanting to be around your friends into paying for something on your birthday. Like, I don't know. I'm not going to ask this, but like me and my friends, like if we go out, it's like, all right, we'll get our own stuff. We'll probably all throw in an extra three and get an appetizer. So like, boom, we all pay what realistically a meal gonna cost like 25. So we all pay what 28 plus a tip. Then we all got food and we shared an appetizer. Like, come on, that's just not hard. Like it's not hard to break down the numbers that easily. It's really not. It's not hard to look at the situation and just be like, you know what? I'm gonna be a responsible individual and not go somewhere if I can't afford it. It's some shit that I don't go. Like, people invite me to, I'm just like, hey, yo, I can't afford it. And hey, if someone specifically says like, oh yeah, I'll pay for you, it's cool. then yeah, like that's a fair expectation. But y'all just be like making assumptions. Y'all be jumping to the highest conclusions. That's crazy. Oh, I thought you would pay for me. I thought you would pay for me. Like, why did you wait until now to establish that? And then like, here's another rule: if someone's paying for you, order some shit in the price range that they ordered. Don't try to run somebody pockets when they say they pay for you. Like that like, bro. Like I I don't get it. Like I genuinely I like that. I feel so bad when people do stuff like that. Like if someone says, "Oh, I'll pay for you," my instinct is to listen to what they order and be like, "All right, I'm going to get the same thing you got." And if I don't like what you got, then I'm gonna get something in the same price range. Like I'm menu eyeing hard. Like one time my friend was like, "Oh, I'll buy you a sandwich." I was like, "Oh, for real? Like thanks. I appreciate that." Then like when we walked out, he was like, "Well, why don't you get some more?" I'm like, "I didn't like what you got. I didn't want to bring your pockets." Like that's genuinely like how I operate. Like I can't sit there and be like, "Oh, you paying? Well, your whole rent check is now my lunch." Like some of y'all really be bad friends. Like to look at somebody and be like, "Yeah, bro, that's my day one homie. That's my day one nigga," and then be like, "Yeah, bro, he offered to buy me lunch, so I ran his whole pockets." Like fucking ridiculous, bro. Couldn't be me. Could not be me. But hey, I'm just one person. Maybe I'm wrong. Tell me if I'm tripping. Let me know if I'm tripping on this because I feel like I'm making a good point here. I feel like you know I don't know. Let me just y- like y'all really be bad friends. What else did we argue about? It was a birthday thing. Um oh, and pay your friends if they do favors for you, bro. Like I know once again, I know you can't do it every time, but like don't throw your kids on one of your friends. Be like, oh, babysit for me, and then you don't try to run them no bread. Like no one wants to deal with your grimy dusty ass kids. Because I seen that shit. Oh, she babysitted and then tried to not pay, or I pay her babysit and then you know, didn't pay, or whatever the situation is. Like why do you think that's okay? I just want to know from the people who do shit like this. Like why do y'all think this is okay? What in your brain is like, oh yeah, I don't need to pay for anything. Some people be like, that's pretty privileged to the fullest. And sometimes I have to agree. I'm just like, yeah, you look like a bitch that never pays for shit. You look like the type of shorty that never pays for anything. It's like it's a fact, Dudes wall out, they see a cute girl, they want to do everything. They'll like I'm not gonna sit here and get into that. I'm gonna just say this. If you can't afford to go, don't fucking go. And when you do go, do what you can afford to do. If you pull up at Disney World, don't try to get in the fast pass line when you know you can't afford a fucking fast pass. You bought general admission, my nigga. You wait in the general admission lines. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Oh shit, I forgot something to learn. That's how you know my body is fucked up. I was supposed to be asleep and I'm recording that I can't fucking sleep. Anywho, I'm gonna just change the topic. It's Halloween season, guys. I spoke on it earlier, but I got a wax melter. It's hocus pocus, so it look like cauldron. And my house smells like berry cheesecake. I got these sour mechanics. Yo, Nintendo or who makes the Pokemon card game? Whoever be making a Pokemon card game on some weird on some ish. Cause you can get like, you buy like the jumbo pack of candy, you give out to the kids. You can buy a jumbo pack of Pokemon card boosters to give out to kids. But it's got me fucked up because I'm like, yo, are kids still playing the Pokemon card game? It's like, like being an adult in the world of like nerd culture and being on like nerd Twitter and shit, it's really like fucked up my perception of like what demographics are consuming what properties. Because in my mind, Pokemon is a kid show, but also in my mind, no kid is actually no current day kid is watching Pokemon. Pokemon has been carrying on through the legacy of all the adults that never let it go. So I'm like, oh, Pokemon card game, they be dropping packs for like tournaments and shit. I'm not actually thinking that like kids today are playing Pokemon. So when I seen that, I was like, do kids want Pokemon cards in their trick or treat bag? Like, I'll appreciate it, but like, I'm 23. I can't really trick or treat without catching a charge. And when they dropped, I've seen niggas actually like buying the whole pack and just being like, "Oh yeah, I got 30 packs of Pokemon cards. Let's open them up." Like, do kids want these or do the adults want them? Like, I feel like this was just a way to sneak out bulk Pokemon cards without the adults looking bad. It can be like, "Oh yeah, I'm about to buy it, give it out to the kids." They ain't giving that shit to no kids. That shit is going right to the adults, right to the tournament players. But I don't know. Smart move on their part. Anywho. But yeah, it's Halloween season. Get your candy. Get your pumpkins. Get your candy corn. Because candy corn slaps. Oh, candy corn nasty. Candy corn nasty. Shut up. Shut up. You're nasty. You're dirty. You're grimy. If you don't like candy corn, you're weird. It's literally just sugar. Like, do you not like candy? Because that's the basic. Like, it's a basic candy. But yeah. And get your costumes ready. Oh no, I'm not trying to see no slutty nurses this year. It's too many nurses struggling with this pandemic still. So don't be dressing up as a nurse, triggering people who just try to enjoy their holiday. Crazy thing is, I'm not even gonna be doing Halloween things because I got a wedding, bro. I got a wedding to go to. I'm not. Well, I'm not getting married, but I got a wedding to go to, and yeah, it's over Halloween weekend. Crazy, right? Crazy how life works. Um, what else was I want to talk about? Oh, speaking of Halloween, M. Night Shyamalan got a new movie. I think we need to start petitioning for this nigga to stop making movies, bro. Why is he allowed to still make movies? His movies, I haven't seen. This man has not directed a good movie since I've been alive, bro. Since I've been alive. I've been alive for 23 years. Actually, I might be lying. I think he like everyone's like, oh, his first three movies were great. In fact, let me look it up. Let me look it up. What was Shyamalan's first three movies? I don't feel like looking it up. That's a lot to type in Google. But the point is, they were in the 90s. So his last good movie might have been right as I was being born. This man has made every bad, like every shitty horror movie I've seen has been this nigga. He made Old, which was trash. He made The Visit, which was trash. He made the fucking last Airbender movie, which on top of being bad was just a dumb decision in itself. Because who said, yeah, let's get the nigga who makes horror movies to make the adaptation of Avatar: The Last Airbender? And of course, it was ass. Cause what else would it be? He makes ass movies, and he doesn't even make movies outside of horror. So that was a double whammy of trash right there. And now he's got a new movie coming out in February, and it's starring Dave Bautista. And I feel like Dave Bautista is way too good of an actor and a celebrity to be doing shit like this. This man need better roles. Sir, you are Drax in Guardians of the Galaxy. Sir, you are in the new Knives Out movie. Sir, you were in 007. Granted, you might not like the Daniel Craig 007 movies, but god damn it, at least he was in them. At least he was in the movies. Like, come on, you can't want to like what a Shyamalan movie. That man, I want to see it because I love Dave Bautista, but I don't want to see it because I hate M. Night Shyamalan, and it's just that's the real scary part of Halloween this year, and that's not even Halloween related. It's just a horror movie coming out in February. Makes you wonder how a person can sleep at night. Maybe that's why I'm struggling to sleep. Nah, but this is really an episode of two halves. Anyway, I just want to wish everybody a happy Halloween, happy holiday. Hopefully, y'all hear my voice again before Halloween because it's only September now. But life. But please let your friends know if they can't afford to do shit, don't do it. It's not. There's no shame in saying I can't afford it. It's no shame in saying I can't do it. It's no shame in it. And it's way better than having to deal with dumbass arguments about who should pay for what because you can't afford to pay for your own shit. Because when it comes to who should pay for what, you should pay for you. Simple as that. Anyway, I've been your resident crackhead, K Rock Dizzle. Hope you enjoyed the episode. I'll see y'all next time.